All right, let's start over. New topic sentence, this come right after Roman numeral 1. Let's say that that topic sentence is, evidence is testimonial. You should just write this. My suggestion.
I'm about to try and type
Okay.
it right now.
Are you, if you're a slow typer, I can talk slow.
I'm trying to get the document to go, but my thing's freezing a little bit. It's just,
It's all right. Let me know when you're ready.
okay. Okay, now it's popped up. It lets me type. Okay, there we go. All right, evidence.
Evidence is testimonial when its primary purpose is, quote, to establish or prove past events potentially relevant to later criminal prosecution.
There it is.
Then, this is not a topic sentence, it will be the next sentence. Just put in parentheses, there are 3 factors. And then you'll fill that in when you're home. Actually, there are 3 factors that inform this inquiry. Okay, new topic sentence, this is going to be topic sentence number 2.
Okay, so we're in the primary purpose test, right?
We're at Roman numeral 1, and this is the first sentence under Roman numeral 1.
Okay.
So we just typed that sentence, and we just typed the second sentence, and now this is going to be a topic sentence for the next paragraph.
Yes, sir.
Under the primary purpose test, a forensic report is testimonial when its creator knows it will be used at a criminal trial.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay,
So,
new topic sentence to next paragraph. And actually go back to that previous sentence, it should be first comma, and then everything I said.
second.
Okay, and then second comma, under the primary purpose test, a statement is testimonial when it is made to the police outside of an emergency. Right, so the next topic sentence for the next paragraph, third comma, under the primary purpose test, a statement is more likely to be testimonial when it is, quote, dependent upon the skill, comma, methodology, and judgment, close quote, of its maker. Okay, the next paragraph. In our case, comma, Miller's autopsy was testimonial because it satisfied each of these 3 factors under the primary purpose. topic sentence. First, comma, how about, instead of that, instead of first comma, say Miller's autopsy satisfies the first, or satisfied, should be present or past? I think it should all be present. Satisfies the first factor, so it should be Miller's autopsy satisfies the first factor of the primary purpose test because Hines knew it would be used at a criminal trial. Then new topic sentence for a new paragraph. Miller's autopsy satisfies the second primary purpose factor because it was made outside of an emergency and Hines was required to forward it to the police. And then the next topic sentence for the next paragraph. Miller's autopsy satisfies the third primary purpose factor because it was, quote, dependent upon the skill, comma, methodology, and judgment, close quote, of Hines. So here's my assignment for you.
Yes, sir.
Is fill in the paragraphs.
Sure.
And you know, the under rule explanation, for example, where it's the paragraph that says first, and it's talking about knowing will be used at a criminal trial. Melendez-Diaz is going to be helpful there, and Volkman is going to be helpful there.
Okay.
And the second one, about made to the police outside of an emergency, Davis is going to be helpful there. So is Melendez-Diaz, so is Volkman. In the third one, Melendez-Diaz is going to be helpful there. That quote comes from Ignatiak.
Oh, I was gonna say I haven't seen that one, so.
So Ignatiak will be helpful there.
Okay.
That's not to say that other cases can't also be helpful in those paragraphs, but try to keep yourself to a paragraph. It's okay if you end up going to a second paragraph, but in general, try to keep yourself to a paragraph and use at least the cases that I just listed.
Yes, sir.
And then when you get to rule application, fill in those paragraphs by comparing and contrasting our autopsy to the reports in
Those cases.
those cases. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
Awesome. So I think that that will be a helpful kind of like a learning exercise and also helpful progress for that section. But I also hope that you can take how I did those topic sentences, how I organized that section, and apply it to the other two sections, formality and surrogate.
Mm-hmm.
Note how like none of those topic sentences mention a case name,
Yes, sir.
and really none of those topic sentences are unique to any one case.
Yeah.
They're all supported by multiple cases, and so that's what that's the goal.
That's what you meant in class when you're like, I can explain the rule without naming a case.
Right.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm trying to get it back. What was I gonna say? Alright, yeah, I'll definitely try and do that on other ones. So when I fill in, right, I say in Melendez-Diaz, this.
So how about this? For everyone, at least for this exercise, of the 3 rule explanation paragraphs, so that's really the second paragraph, the third paragraph, and the fourth.
Okay.
The ones that start first, second, third.
Yeah. For
each of those, type this in. For your second sentence, it should begin, for example.
Okay. For example, and then state the example in Davis. Like, so for the outside of the emergency in Davis, they came in and it was like the emergency was over, and then they separated them in rooms.
And sometimes your for example sentences will deal with facts from those cases, like you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But it also can be the court stating this factor, is in a more abstract way, more general way. And then for the 3 application paragraphs at the end, the ones that say
Miller's autopsy satisfies.
Yeah. The next sentence in each of those paragraphs should say something like, Miller's autopsy is like the non-testimonial statements in blank, and maybe it's blank and blank. Comma, where blank, W-H-E-R-E, where, not W-E-A-R. So it would be something like, Miller's autopsy is like the statements in Bulkaming, where, let's say we're on the third factor, where the report depended on the blood alcohol level report depended on the expertise of the technician or whatever it is to figure out. Melendez-Diaz is probably better for that. And then last sentence in each of those paragraphs, and I think I misspoke. Miller's autopsy is like the testimonial evidence.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last sentence should be, in contrast, Miller's autopsy is unlike the non-testimonial evidence in blank, where blank. And I guess I would add one more sentence right after those 3 topic sentences in a rule application. Like satisfies.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately after that, I would add the sentence, that's because blank. And tell me something about the facts of our case.
Okay. So satisfies, that's because, next sentence, Miller's autopsy is like testimonial statement in blank. Last sentence, in contrast, Miller's autopsy.
Yep. And that should be a total of 4 sentences, at least.
Yes, sir.
The first topic sentence, then the second sentence is that's because, then the third sentence is the 4 sentences.
Love it.
So give that a try, at least for primary purpose. If you want to come back and show me where you are progress-wise there, that might be a worthwhile thing to do before you dive into the other sections.
Yes, sir. Thank you a lot.
Thank you a lot. Thanks for all your work.
Man, I'm trying.
It's